Hello and welcome to the PREM Group Irish Masters here at Tulfaris in the glorious county of Wicklow in the Republic of Ireland. It is my pleasure, as always, to introduce Mr. John E. Morgan. John, the course looks stunning. Our second visit back here, what do you make of it?
Well, it's come on leaps and bounds. Last year was great. We know the layout is absolutely amazing, but the attention to detail is sublime. You know, the greenkeepers have been working hammer and tong out there day and night, and they're reaping the benefits. The course is in immaculate condition.
As you can see from our hair, well, my hair, there's a little bit of wind and it's only set to get even more blustery for the final round, John. How challenging is that going to be? And with a par 72, what's going to be a good score?
Breaking par, I think, is a great score. You know, I really do think it's that tough a test. I mean, 7,100, was it 35 yards long? Par 72, like you said, Kit, but it's tight out there, you know, it's fiddly, you know, greens are slick as well. You know, this is one hell of a final hole for the players. I mean, nerves are going to be jangling, especially the closing holes. 16, beautiful par 3, 17, that lovely little dog leg, you know, wedge in hand, funky green. This one, well, an absolute monster, especially if the wind gets up, like you say, and they're coming up 18, into the breeze, off the left-hand side, pushing the ball towards that water. My goodness, they're going to be quaking.
John, awesome. Thank you as ever. We are all set up for a very dramatic final round. So without any further ado, let's hand you over to your commentary team.
Thanks, gents. Yes, in the Emerald Isle, 156 players have been chasing gold in the 13th of the 16 events that make up this year's EuroPro Tour schedule. 3/4 of the campaign is in the books, and sitting pretty, leading the race to Desert Springs, it's Richard Mansell. Todd Clements, the only double champion so far, and on his way to being crowned as the AbleRate.com Rookie of the Year perhaps. Alfie Plant, Andrew Wilson and Bradley Moore occupy the remaining promotion spots. The highest player on that list without a win is Marco Penge, but that could be about to change because the Sussex prospect enjoys a 3-shot lead over Mitch Waite going into a final round that is bound to be made more difficult by blustery conditions. But while Penge parred the opening hole, I can tell you Waite ran up a bogey 6. And as John explains, the second, a stern par 3, is no bargain either.
Well, here we are at the second. What a hole. Par 3, 185 yards over water. I don't think the water actually comes into play for the players on this hole. It's quite a long way from the greens, like 14 from the front edge, and there's quite a bit of room to the left. So I think if you were going to bail out on this one, that bunker's going to get some serious action along the way. I'm just thinking, bit of breeze into me. He's making me ask the question, do I hit the low down 6 iron or do I thunderbolt a 7 and spin it a bit too and maybe get too high? I'm going for the little easy one, grip it down the shaft, try and find the middle of the putting green and try and get me to that way. Right then, Johnny, come on, my son. Well, there it is. Right half of centre. Is it the club though? It is. Pin eye right. Looks like it's about 20 foot. Slick downhiller from there. Whew.
I'll tell you what, Scott, what a beautiful collection of par 3s at Tulfaris, and this is the first of them.
Yeah, they look stunning, don't they? As we see Penge here. A lot of wind, as you can hear in the trees. He's lost that one way to the right. That'll be a testing up and down.
Now look at the trees behind Watson there at the third. Gusted as you like. Nice low ball flights all round here. Outward driver looks to be leaking out to the right hand side. Wind's caught it. Oh my goodness.
Back on the second. Mitch Waite. So important to keep your rhythm, your tempo, control your ball flight today. Don't overstretch things. Like a solid strike. Yeah, great shot. Very sensible there.
And this is our first view this season of Alistair Plum. His 5th start of the year and the first time he's been in contention.
Yeah, nice to see him up there, and it's going to give him a world of confidence. That on just as misses a green, and let's have a word with Kit.
Penge has short-sided himself here on the par 3 second. He might get a drop just to take him a little further away from this path. But either way, he's faced with a really tricky up and down here. As you can see, he's only got about 3 paces of green to work with, and it does slope away from him. He can't chase one in there because of the thick rough and undulations in front of him. All he can do is go high. The one thing he does have in his favour though, it's pretty much straight back into the teeth of the breeze. We're going to see what kind of flop shot he's got in the armoury here.
Here we go. 25 yards back into the breeze, as Kit said. Just visualise your shot, play it confidently. Oh, he's gone for the run. I can't believe that. How about you, John?
Nah, that's a poor choice, I think. I mean, he's got the drop. Obviously, feet was on the path. Didn't like the light. Gone for the bump and run, skewing it through it. But the aerial route was out of play for him, which is amazing.
Just in the rough for Nick Watson, who's put together 2 rounds in the 60s, 68 and 69. And that's not a bad result at all.
Yeah, looks like he's got the low shot in his bag, that's for sure. Going to be required many times today. Now back at the second, Penge. This, his 3rd shot. Another delicate one, he's played it nicely. Go on then, release. Great shot. Will be a tap in for a bogey 4.
See, he's got Sam Robertshaw on the bag as well. Missed the cut. Said, "Do you need a caddy?" Yep. Grab that bag. Let's go for it.
Mitch Wade coming off tied 2nd place at Hill Valley in his last start. There's a powerful argument to say he might well have won there because he made a double bogey 7 on the 16th when the tournament was looking good for him.
Yeah, it is. He's in good form at the moment, though, Phil. No surprise to see him up there. Oh, and this is a lovely chip, and it disappears. Woohoo!
Yes, please. Good shot, mate. Thanks, mate.
Watson now on the 3rd. A really controlled iron shot in. Left himself just about 18 feet up the hill, giving it a good wrap. Never anywhere else. Superb birdie.
It is on a hole like that, Scott. My goodness.
Duplicating the quality of play that saw him post an opening round of 65, Adam Chapman has stormed into 3rd place. Watson's fast start has seen him move into 2nd, but despite a less than convincing introduction to the day, Penge just about retains the lead.
And here he is on this tough 3rd hole. Out with the driver. He's giving it a good smack. I think it might be leaking a little bit on the wind. Yeah, just up the right side. Just a bit of light rough there, not too bad.
Bit of patter, little raindrops coming in now as Watson's just in the 1st cut here. Coming in low. Has he got the yardage right? Oh, just a bit shy on the right-hand side. That's going to be an awkward up and down.
Weather really closing in, making it very tricky. Penge now approach to the 3rd. Another player looking to keep his ball flight under control here, and he's done so. That's a fantastic shot. Hang on.
Waite is down the left-hand side of the 3rd fairway, but he's pulled a pretty reasonable lie. He's got nice access into the back of the ball. 141 yards to that pin, but it's not a great angle. It is hidden away over there on the left, just over a deep, cavernous bunker. It is into the breeze, so he might be able to get enough stopping power that he can go straight at it. That is a risky play, though.
Yeah, all about the strike here, Kit. Now, gets good contact, he'll get the stop required. Oh, he likes it, staring it down. It sounded nice and clean and crisp, and slightly bailed out to the right, and he had the stop on it. There's Scott.
Yeah, he did. You could hear that strike. Absolutely crisp from that rough. Sensibly keeping it on the safe side, a little further away than he wanted. Now Watson, 4th hole, saw his approach come up a little shy from the sand. Yeah, beautiful control.
And from wet sand, even more meritorious for the man who was tied 9th here last year, so something of a course specialist.
Yeah, need some confidence around a golf course like this, that's for sure. Tough cookie. You see Mitch Waite here zooming in with his long putt, and that's nicely done. Great touch.
Yeah, days like this, you're going to get some long putts, John. This wind is going to blow you off course a little bit. Now Watson, par save, well done. Very good up and down from that wet sand, as Phil said.
And from the back of the green, great second shot in there by Penge. Pretty straight putt this all in all. How firm and positive do you want to be? He's looking good. Oh, blemishes the left-hand side. Oh, he thought he had that.
You can't get much closer. That was a superb roll. Like it was tracking all the way.
Now Plum. Nice putt in the stroke. Yeah, nice and clean, good roll. And he's got another one.
Having just parred the 12th, Chapman remains the hottest player on the course. Watson lies second, but up top it's Penge, a standout amateur who continues to impress on the PGA EuroPro Tour. He's a massive hitter, a tremendous ball striker who represents golf at Goodwood, and in pretty much everyone's opinion, he's a EuroPro Tour winner in waiting. This 21-year-old is a former Scottish amateur champion. He turned professional in 2017 and now very much making his mark. Earlier this week, he sat down and had a chat with Kit.
It's been a good season so far, very close to having been a great season. How do you assess things up to this point?
Yeah, pretty good, to be honest. I think working out how many times I've been in contention to win. I think it's been about 7 times out of 11, maybe 12 now. So, you know, I can't really be doing too much better, but you know, there's always space for improvement.
Are you noticing a difference in your emotions the more and more you're getting into contention?
A little bit. I kind of just, you know, I was trying to treat everything the same anyway. So just having out here to have a bit of fun, and you know, if you win, then it makes things a lot better. But it's nice to be playing good golf, and you know, the standard on this tour is that good. You've got to be playing good golf to compete, and I feel like I've done that this year.
How important is that attitude for you at professional golf?
For me, it's really key. You know, everyone's different, but I like to just keep it on the chill, you know. Otherwise I get nervous and gets too serious. I don't like it like that. I like to just, you know, I look at Brooks Koepka and he just kind of sees it as just another day and all that stuff. And I try to see it like that, and I feel like that helps me approach it, if you know what I mean.
You're leading the field by absolutely miles in birdies. You've had 16 of them this week. The 5 dropped shots as well. How important is it to strike that right balance between the aggression and knowing when to go at a flag?
Yeah, to be honest, my drop shots are not really from being aggressive. They're just really from hitting bad shots, like everyone's going to do, or free putts. So, you know, I've got my game plan, like I do every week, and I'm just going to stick to that, and most likely going to be driver, yeah.
Penge couldn't convert a winning position at Dudsbury in July. Can he do the trick at Telfaris? Given its beauty and ever-growing status, a transplanted Englishman in Ireland is proud to be attached to terrific Telfaris.
Simon, great to be back at Telfaris again. How's the course playing this year in comparison to 12 months ago?
Yeah, it's very different this year, obviously, with the water we've had over the summer, which we didn't have last year. So it's playing much longer. The rough's a little bit thicker than last year, and with the wind up as it is today, it's a real test of golf.
Lots of changes and developments going on around the whole resort. What's been happening from a golf perspective?
Yeah, we have a new clubhouse that's opened a couple of months ago. The range has been all levelled out, so we've got a brand new range there. Yeah, well, it's great when a tournament comes to town like it does this week. It's obviously a great facility for everybody to enjoy, and it just sort of finishes off the resort, really, yeah.
It's been relatively simple for Simon so far today. He's 2 under, 5 under in total, and tied 9th, albeit 5 off the pace that continues to be set by Marco Penge, who's just parred the 4th. He's now playing the 5th, and Kit is down there.
Both our leaders in a very similar position, just off the fairway down the right-hand side here. It does open up that pin beautifully, 78 yards from here. They'll be aggressive from this kind of range, but if they don't quite commit, anything coming down a couple of yards right of this pin will just catch a little slope and feed further away from the flagstick.
Back at the Golf Catcher Championship in July, he led by 6 deep into the final round, but didn't get the job done. He was caught and passed by Alfie Plant. Will he come good today?
Yeah, he's had some serious opportunities this year, and he's got another one this week. Now we go to Watson. Listen to that strike on the par 3 6th. He's not happy with the direction though. Just leaking a little to the right. Nestled down in that bit of rough there.
Well, Mitch Waite in a similar place to Marco Penge. Be able to learn a lot. Marco coming up a bit shy. Obviously the wind causing a bit of havoc. And there you go, Mitch going to school.
In his 4 previous starts this season, Plum has missed a couple of cuts. His best result thus far, tied 46th at Hill Valley. So this is uncharted territory.
Yeah, good looking swing. He's obviously having a really tidy week, and that's another nice wedge shot in there. Another birdie opportunity coming up.
Yeah, looks nice and relaxed there, Scott.
He does, looks very relaxed
He
indeed.
does, doesn't he?
Which is all part of it.
It is. No, Watson. Nice little delicate chip this one, has it? Got the legs. Oh, one roll more, and that was disappearing for him. I think he knows it.
Back at the 5th, we saw Penge just coming up on the front edge. Just about 25 feet here for birdie. Yeah, he read it right. Just moving a little left to right, just slightly over borrowed it. Now take your time. Yeah, well done. Any sort of mishap like that early in the round could be fatal.
What a topsy-turvy week this has been for Adam Chapman. 65 to open, 77 in the second round. Going low again today.
Yeah, Chapman, well, we've seen him one in Portugal at the grand final a couple of years back, and I mean, he's one of those, he's a flag hunter. He just, all he sees is the flag, and that can either give you, like you said, Phil, the really low one or the high one as well. Really aggressive player, like his style. Crunches it.
Certainly does. No weight. Excellent wedge shot in here at the 5th. This for birdie. Close the gap. Oh, just over borrowed. Both guys making par there. From 100 yards, they would have been looking for more than that. Now here's Plum at 7.
Yeah, it's a good stroke. Seen that. Chances. Oh, didn't turn. Finished right behind the hole. There's a little bit less weight on that. It was in. Like Chapman for eagle after 2 cracking shots to here. Off the right-hand side to tie the lead. Oh no, up and out. Left all day long.
Disappointed with a birdie in the end.
Yeah, an aggressive player, like you said, John, just goes for it.
And Chapman is now alone in second. Tom Gandy from the Isle of Man shares third with Watson and Plum, but Penge is yet to be caught. As John, he moves to another eye-catching par 3 here at Telfaris, the 6th.
Well, the par threes round Tolfaris are absolutely gorgeous. This one here at 6, well, no different, 184 yards. You can see no eagles, a few birdies. Over the water we go, 4 bunkers wrapped around the back of this green and around the sides. Real small green, this one slopes from back to front, and a back right pin today. It's going to be a toughie.
Yeah, club selection all important when you've got this wind gusting, swirling around the trees.
So hard.
Well, has he overshot the green? He certainly has. Hit it really strong, like he said. Perhaps just got going on the wind.
Well, it's another fairway found for Plum, who's going along smoothly and serenely.
Yeah, it seems to be nice and relaxed, Plum. Swinging it beautifully. And that's another lovely shot, finding the putting surface.
I think you get a day when you just feel really comfortable with your swing, in control of it, and that's what he is. Now here's Watson. Short approach shot, taking the flag on. Oof, that would have looked good from his angle as well. Just about 6-7 feet.
It's going to be another tricky up and down from Penge on a par 3 here, but his ball is actually sitting quite nicely. It's slightly downhill, not got a lot of green to work with, and as before, it slopes away from him. He tried the little chaser through, which for me wasn't the right play, and I think he's got to go aerial here. The wind has died down. If he can land it just on the fringe, left of the pin, and just let it release down, there is a good chance he can get up and down from here.
Well, I'm with you, Kit.
He looks like he's set up for a little lob, which he has, and he's overshot it. Just didn't quite get under it as much as he wanted, I think. Really putting some pressure on himself. Early stages of this final round.
Well, Plum getting off to a lovely start. This one to add it to already a good start, and that swings right across the hole, and ooh, a bit heavy-handed. Bit of meat left on that bone.
Nice to see McElroy playing well again. This for eagle. Breaking from his right. Oh, it's just gone. A lot of swing at the end on that putt. Should be a safe birdie though.
Also nice to see the sun out. Makes this course look even more resplendent.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely beautiful. The surrounding area as well. Absolutely gorgeous. You see Plum wrap that one in the back of the hole for his par. No messing around.
Good sign of confidence, that. Now Penge. They're all important today. But this from the fringe for par on the 6th. Little right to lefter. Oh, beautiful roll. And that'll do him a world of good making that save.
When you win tournaments, John, that's the kind of putt, that's the kind of par salvaged you think about.
Oh, without question, that's the game changer right there. That's where the tide swings in your favour. But Chapman on a serious charge, and no, it's a putt coming up short again. He's giving himself chances. He's in disgust, but keep the confidence going, my friend. You're swinging it great.
Yeah, a little disappointing when you're flag hunting and then you leave your putt short. Now Watson, this 6-footer here for birdie. Yeah, super roll. Another one to the good. Playing really nicely today.
After his bogey at the 2nd, Penge is now hanging tough. McElroy is the leading Irishman, but lurking with menace, the pride of Stoke Rochford Golf Club, Nick Watson. His home course is located right off the A1, and he's been A1 so far today. Watson making it look elementary. Not the case, though, at the start of the season when he missed the first 6 cuts on the EuroPro Tour, but after a 10th place finish at Spey Valley, his confidence is clearly back.
How do you assess the journey and improvements you've made to this point?
Good, because each year, the last 3 years have improved on the order of merit at the final stage. Each year it's been in progression. Obviously this year, at the start of it, you then kind of start thinking, oh, like what's going on? You're wanting to progress again. But as obviously as things are getting better, hopefully we can keep progressing and whoever knows, if you get a good finish at the end, get into that Tour Champs, and who knows what can happen there, and you never know, you might get that top 5 spot that all of us are after.
You've got yourself into contention a few times before. What can you take from those experiences that you'll apply today? Not
to panic if things don't go as planned for the first few holes. We've got 18 holes out there. You've just got to go play your own game. Like I say, just don't panic if you start to make a couple of bogeys, make a couple of mistakes, especially on a day like today. You're starting 4 shots back, so what's the strategy today? Marco's been playing good golf all year, so we kind of need him to drop back for any sort of chance, I feel, because it is going to be tough to go and shoot a low one out there today. So for me personally, I'm just going to got the same game plan as I have the last 2 days, same clubs off tees, nothing's going to change. It's not going to go more aggressive or anything. Just do the exact same. If you hold a couple of putts, make them birdies, maybe put him under a bit of pressure, and who knows what could happen down them last 6 holes.
Can Watson nick this Prem Group Irish Masters title? Welcome back to tremendous Telfaris Hotel and Golf in County Wicklow. Course designer Patrick Merrigan did a top job weaving 18 holes through the Blessington Lakes, and so far in the final round, a variety of players are going low. Our leader, Marco Penge, isn't one of them. He's still waiting for his first birdie of the round. Will the 7th provide it? And Kit, what about his playing partner, Mitch Waite?
3 inches is all that stands between Mitch Waite and the fairway here, but that could make all the difference. It's pretty thick, wet rough at the moment. It is lying with him, so that will help, but it does have a fly-a-lie look to it to me. That pin 132 yards away, massive tier runs through this green. Your only hope of getting it close? Carry it all the way to the top pin high.
Well, let's see what he's got. Not much room left of this flag. Pin high on the right will be good. And Waite and Penge need to get something going here. They're both 1 over through 6 holes. That's given himself a chance there up the hill.
Like you said, Scott, it's got that kind of southwesterly wind actually, rocking down off the left-hand side. That flag fluttering. Now Marco Penge with a massive drive going in with next to nothing. Just gets inside Mitch Waite. He's going to get a good read.
Maybe this will be the hole that sparks their final rounds as we go to Watson on 8. Second shot.
Oh, he's on a downhill lie there. He's had to get it moving from right to left round the tree. So well executed.
Yeah, that was a quality shot. Now Plum here on 9. Looking to close out his front 9 in style on this par 5. That's a wonderful shot. Hang on though. Pace on that. Just through into the light rough. He will be back into the breeze, which will make it a little bit easier.
Now Dermot, 8 under, trying to put on some pressure here. Second shot at 10. God, this one got a bit of a banana to it from right to left. Where's it going? Oh no, short and left, and hopefully that's just stayed shy of the trees.
And up and down for Plum required to get within 1 of the lead.
Oh, he just got under that. It was a delicate one. He only needed another 2 or 3 feet on it. He'll still have that for his birdie though.
Yeah, a little shrug of the shoulders, time to move on now. Mitch Waite at 7 for birdie. And just drifting off to the right hand side now. Marco's got a good read on that. Left edge all day long, I feel.
Yeah, I think he just needed a bit more pace there, didn't he, John?
He
and
did.
That one would have held. Watson now. Fantastic shot he hit in here. Around the trees. Into the breeze. This for a birdie. Never high enough. A lot of swing at the hole there.
Yeah, out of position off the tee. Great recovery. Yeah, he'd be happy with 4 after the tee shot now. Dermot stayed above ground, thank goodness. And what a response, great shot.
Given the conditions, I reckon Adam Chapman, if he makes a birdie and a par on the last couple of holes, could set a stern target, a realistic target.
Oh, definitely, Phil, without question. I mean, 17 now, this is some hole. Sling this one in from right to left, give yourself a chance going up 18. That wind pounding the ball to the left, and that is short and left. That's going to be an awkward up and down.
Yeah, I think he just threw that one a little too high, John.
Yeah, really cocks the wrist really quickly on the way back, sets his angle. Power player. Now, big putt this. Momentum. Slightly off the left-hand side, keep it firm, and that is right.
Yeah, it looked as though that was right off the blade, and he's actually got a little bit of work to do for his par. Just like this here at the 10th for Dermot. Fantastic wedge in. Pure roll. Straight in the middle. That's a wonderful up and down. I'll feel like a birdie.
And an up and down is exactly what Chapman needs here.
Yes, he does, and I think he's going to be pitching this about a couple of feet just short of the green. Yep, there it is, and well, scoots on. That's a good 7-footer coming back now. Just needed to get a little bit more height on it, landing it nice and soft, but just came in a bit too strong. And that's why it's gone 7 foot past.
There's a few shots around this course. When you're in the rough, they've got to be absolutely pinpoint to get close. As we go to Plum for his birdie on 9. What a superb front 9 that is. And who knows what he could do on this back 9 the way he's playing.
Oh, good boy. Loving the moment.
Yeah, allow yourself to get excited for a few seconds, why not?
Left below right, locks it and rocks it and in. Fist pump we go. Storms off to the 18th tee. Chapman on a charge. 1 all to go.
Yeah, can he post something with a birdie at the last? That would be fantastic. Now Penge, just about 2.5 feet for par. Oh no. Well, we've seen him miss a few of those short ones this year when he's been in contention. Just about 18 inches now, this for a bogey. That is a devastating blow.
That really will hurt. Like so many tournaments on the EuroPro Tour this season, the final round leaderboard is bunched, with 4 players now tied at the top. Watson, Plum, Chapman, and the so far struggling overnight pace setter Penge, who's now tackling the 8th. His mind needs to settle down.
It does, Phil. Now, Penge has been in this position before. He's let it slip a little bit. It's been in his hands. He seems like he's doing it again. How's he going to get out of this kind of rut he's in at the moment, Scott? Because he seems to get himself in so many good positions, but doesn't get over the final line.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Some guys never do, unfortunately, but Penge is a quality player. He can shoot some seriously low scores, but just hopefully he hasn't got too much scar tissue from this year. He can just get back to playing his superb golf. And we see that one almost into the long grass. And now back in the lighter rough, but that is a treacherous chip down the hill.
Another look, John, here at this really nice swing of Alistair Plum's.
I tell you what, I'm really impressed. This one looks to be going left, though, Phil. I think that's mostly wind orientated there. Wind looks like it's coming off the left-hand side, but I think it's a bit guarded by the trees, catching the boys out.
Yeah, there's points on this golf course where it is hard to tell exactly what the wind's doing, and it's doing something different in your face than what it is above the trees. Now, 11th tee, McIlroy. I love this guy's swing as well. He doesn't like that shot, but wow, I think they're all being a little bit fooled. by this strong breeze.
Yeah, another lovely par 3. Now Watson's third shot at 9, coming in low and skinny. And I tell you what, I didn't need much more, but I thought he'd have gone a more aerial route. I don't know what the lie was like.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those today, John, where it looks like guys need to play a lob shot and they've tried to run it. McIlroy, pretty straightforward bunker shot there, but he's played that beautifully.
Yeah, I would say with the chits we've seen, just look a little bit rushed. Bit short on the backstroke, and that means that, you know, they're up and out of it quite quick.
Certainly a day where short game skills are being tested. Plum trying to play a splash and run there. Didn't quite get it.
Another decision for Penge to make here. He's 20 feet from the hole, but half of that journey's coming over the apron, the other half over the green. His two options: does he chip it, try and carry it all the way on, or does he take the putter? It is downhill. I think he'll go for the putter, and that is the percentage play right here.
Yeah, well, he needs to de-stress a little, and he has gone with the safer option with the putter. Left himself another 2-footer there, though, for par.
No, Watson not after his best chip he's had at the side of this green, but a chance for birdie nonetheless at 9, off the right. Oh, just like he hits it through the borrow. 2 foot coming back here to save par.
All kinds of issues on the 8th for poor old Mitch Waite. As I said before, he took a 7 late on at Hill Valley last week, and I'm afraid it's going to be a 7 on this one as well. Tumbles all the way back to 4 under par.
Yeah, that's a big blow, especially when your playing partner is up there. No, McIlroy. Oh, another one. Power lip out. Extreme disappointment, you can see.
Yeah, that's going to hurt Scott. Now, after 2 massive shots, fortunately for Watson, it's only a par.
Yeah, you'll feel like one got away there, but it was a tough chip to get close.
Now, come on, Plum. Bunker shot just come up a little bit shy this now to save his par. Slightly off the left-hand side, and it stays there. What a misread from both of us.
Well, at least he did make his bogey, but with that, Plum relinquishes his share of the lead. Now out in front, it's Watson, Chapman and Penge, whose power will come in very useful on this monster 9th, Scott.
Yeah, look at this, 608 yards, dogleg to the right, guys driving it down past the bunker at 313, and then this is what faces you. Do you take it on? It's a long shot. If not, you're laying up just short of these bunkers to leave yourself just about 100 yards or so to the front of the green. Little pop bunker front left, thick rough up the right if you bail out, and not the easiest of greens either.
Penge has 241 yards to that pin here on the 9th, the par 5. The ball's going to be above his feet. A little bit of grass behind it, but not too bad. Should be able to make decent contact. It's downwind, slightly off the right. Everything is screaming high draw here, and Marco has got that shot in the locker.
Yes, he does, Kit. Loves to see the ball working from right to left. It's going to suit his eye. Like you said, Kit, good lie in there. Aiming it probably 10 yards right of this green. Let the wind and his shape do the rest, and that is it. On the dance floor in 2. 2 big hits there with a driver and an iron. My goodness.
Now we've seen 2 approaches into the 10th already. McIlroy and Plum both have been dragged left by the wind, and the ball is above Watson's feet here, which makes it even worse.
It is. It's a sharp dogleg from right to left, and that is, well, a no-go zone. Way out to the right-hand side. Didn't get the turn he was wanting, and that is in deep, deep trouble.
Yeah, that's stark contrast to the other shots we've seen. Now Chapman, 18, here's his approach. Can he nail another one in close? No.
don't know what happened there, Scott. But after an amazing drive, that is well left of the green. I mean, that is a massive pull.
Yeah,
Hand comes off it. Look at that.
Looked like he just got it a tiny bit heavy, closed the club face down, stayed left of the green, perhaps just trying to work it in on a fade.
Rounds of 70 and 69 to open with for Lawrence Allen. Not going so well today, but that seemed a pretty good swing on 11. And what a result! This is a man who shot a 62 in the first round at Camberwell Park earlier this season.
It was. I gave him a little chat afterwards, and oh my goodness, he was telling me how good he played. What a shot that was. Stone dead. That's a tap in too.
Always nice to see when you're next to play. Gets you focused in on that pin. Plum eyeing this one down as well. Go on then. Oh, incredible darts.
What a display of golf. Won't see two better golf shots than that all day long, I can tell you that. Now Watson under the tree. The branch there just overhanging him in front of him. Got to go underneath that, all dependent on the light. I tell you what, nearly done very well. A little bit stronger and that would have found the putting green.
Given the difficulty of the conditions, I think Adam Chapman today is putting together one of the rounds of the season on the EuroPro Tour. Let's hope he can get up and down.
Yeah, it's been a great day. Can he finish it off? And he's given himself a chance there to save par. Long way from the flag with the approach. Straightforward shot up this green though. Played it very nicely.
Now Penge, well, good 45 feet away from home here. Up the hill. Maybe a bit more than that. Coming off the right hand side, needs to slow down a bit. Yeah, and that's not bad at all.
So Watson now, fourth shot. Saw him under the tree, got it to here. Long pitch and run. Come on. Yeah, pretty good effort there. He'll have that for a bogey 5. His 10th hole has proved tricky today.
Now, come on, Adam. Finish as you've been going on all day. Brilliantly.
Oh, what a 4. What a gutsy performance. Look at that. Blemish free. What a front 9. 5 under par. 31 out in 31. Comes back 2 under for a round of 65. Wow-wee.
Yeah, no drop shots on a day like this. It's tremendous stuff. Watson now just trying to clean up for bogey. Just grabs enough of the left side. Well done.
Back on 9, Marco Penge made 16 birdies in the first 2 rounds. This would be his first today.
Yeah, this will put him out of that pack. Make him solo leader. Well done. Good way to close out the 9. We're into the final stretch now.
Chapman leads in the clubhouse and might well have a lengthy wait to determine his chances, but Penge has regained top spot at a delightful golfing venue that has seen substantial investment and is a credit to everyone involved with the project.
The buzz that the tour brings, the energy and the colour that the players bring into the resort is fantastic. The staff love it. Also, we've a lot of non-golf guests staying at the moment as well, and they're commenting about the atmosphere around the place and you know, the excitement that a tour event is bringing to the resort. And what's pleasing me a lot more this year as well, we've managed to get in more of the locals, customers coming through the gates to have a look at the event. There's no ropes, you can get up close and you can see these great players playing and do what they do best, playing a good golf course. And in some testing conditions today, it's just, you know, the wind is blowing, which is exciting.
At a 5-star location, can Penge produce a 5-star back 9 to nail down his maiden victory on the EuroPro Tour? Half a century ago, Tony Jacklin said, if you eat fish and chips, you play fish and chips. Today, exactly the same applies. Sports nutrition is vital.
Well, we've come into the kitchen, a slightly unusual environment for a golfer to be in perhaps, but nutrition is becoming more and more important. I'm joined by Dan and Gary, who work with professional athletes and advise them on their nutrition at the very top of elite sport. Gary, just how important is getting nutrition right for top athletes?
Yeah, and nutrition, I suppose, for any top athlete should be a foundation of and a really important pillar of their performance. And then when you get in, I suppose, to the higher elite level, we talk about your timing and your strategies. So really getting the basics and encompassing all your different elements from your food groups are really the foundations of a healthy athlete, first off.
Daniel, we've got a great looking spread here. First of all, let's just start in this area. Can you talk us through what we've got here, when you're going to be eating this, and what the benefits of these specific foods we've got are?
Sure. So when you look at any of the meals for a golfer or for any athlete, you have to make sure that there's sufficient energy and then the right balance of each nutrient. So carbohydrate, protein and fat are your key nutrients. And with each one of these, we've got a nice balance of those. So before you go out in the morning, if you've got an early round, you need something that's light, that's not going to sit in your tummy, and that's going to provide stable and consistent energy. So your oats combined with some healthy fats from your nuts and seeds, and then complemented with some berries for nutrients is a really good start. And then you can use something like bread and eggs, which is a good combination of protein and carbohydrate, stable energy. I mean, that's the key message, consistent, stable energy. When you step onto the tee box, and you've got a club in your hand and you want to go straight down the middle, you don't want any kind of inconsistencies, you don't want any of that kind of shakes, you're already nervous enough. So peaks and troughs in your blood sugar is exactly what you're trying to avoid, and these foods will help you to maintain that.
Gary, our guys here on the EuroPro Tour, they're all looking to make it to the next level. Could making those better choices when it comes to what they're eating be that thing that pushes them over the edge and helps them really elevate their game?
Absolutely. I think this element of nutrition is only becoming more of a focus in terms of helping performance, and people are starting to see that on the course. And if you get that 1%, then that's going to benefit you on the course. Of course, nutrition is a pillar that if you haven't focused on it yet, start applying a bit more attention to it and you will see the benefits.
Gary, Daniel, thank you so much. Really interesting stuff there. So something to think about. What you have before, during and after a round really can impact your performance.
Marco Penge hasn't been living on his usual diet of birdies so far today. Only one has been forthcoming, but the shot Penge picked up on the 9th has restored his single shot advantage over clubhouse leader Adam Chapman and Alistair Plum, who's currently playing the 12th.
Yeah, great stuff that was. Nutrition, something I could definitely do a bit of. Plum, high rising. Second shot in here looks like it's coming in from right to left, and that's a beautiful shot. Middle of the green from distance, never a bad thing.
Watson now, tee shot on the par 3 11th. Wind today whipping down and slightly from the right. Oh, it looks like he's turned that one over, has he? He has got the extra yardage. Whoa, that is a long way down there. There is actually out of bounds.
Yeah, Scott, I mean, that's going to be an awkward one there, but we're at the 10th. A par 4 slick one from right to left. This one round the corner. The camber of the fairway slopes from right to left as well, and it's all about the tee shot. If you can get a good butchers for your second shot there, you can see it there. It plays downhill for your second shot. Very narrow green, slightly rises up as well, dips down and then rises up to this green, and the wind is going to be howling straight behind them. So every advantage if you want to take the corner on.
What a vista it is here into the 10th hole with the lake behind. It's an inviting looking shot, but Penge has still got 181 yards to the pin. Ball above his feet and off of a slight downslope. It's going to launch low and it might want to cut on him just a little bit. You can't really feel the wind from here, so we're going to really see what his caddy's been up to and whether he's remembered exactly where his orientation is and where that wind is coming from.
Here we go, second shot for Penge. Done the first port of call here, finding the fairway. Looks a nice Low ball flight, keeping it nice and controlled, and that's it. On the green. That's all you need on this tough 10th.
Yeah, there's a few holes where Penge just needs to find fairways and greens. Put the pressure on everyone else.
Having sailed over the back of the green, this for Watson to avoid back-to-back bogeys. I'm afraid it's a double drop. 10 and 11.
Yeah, and that'll hurt on that par 3 11th for sure. Now Penge. Medium range birdie attempts. Boy, would he like to sink one of these now to start this back 9. Good effort.
Yeah, you make par on 10, you feel like you pick one up, that's for sure. Tough cookie, that one. Now Plum from distance, 2 great shots to here. Outside chance for birdie. Plays down the hill, this putt. Down the breeze as well to boot. He hasn't, has he? He has. Wow, what a putt.
Well, we did say, what a front 9, and what can he do on this back 9? And he is producing at the moment.
Well, that's his second birdie of the week on the 12th. You're gaining ground on the field with that.
You are indeed. Now Penge, joint leader, to stay there for par at 10. Gets it.
You know, Plum graduated from Loughborough University in 2015 with a first-class degree in sports technology, and he's been first class today. As for Plum's fellow joint leader, well, Scott, he's faced with the shortest hole on the course.
Yeah, 174 yards this par 3. Beautiful looking hole again. Couple of bunkers short, left and right. The green, pretty long, narrows in at the back. Pin today on this final day will be up in the back centre. Just got to get the club selection right. Strong wind behind today.
Yeah, tune it up on the left-hand side here, Scott. Try and squeeze this one out there, hold it up in that wind. Land it nice and soft. And there it is, on the dance floor, just holding on the back left-hand side.
Yeah, it might be the shortest hole today, but not necessarily the easiest with this gusty breeze as we go to Watson. Second shot to 12.
Yeah, 407 yards this baby, Scott. Get a good drive away, you can give yourself a good chance coming in. We've seen Plum hole a gobbler for his birdie.
Well, I think he'll be happy with that after back-to-back bogeys, finding the surface. Now Plum, our joint leader, this is his 3rd shot on 13.
Yeah, with a little hybrid here, getting it through the fringe, and he's done well. Oh my goodness, nearly hold another.
What an eagle that would have been. Played it beautifully with a little hybrid club. Always remember Todd Hamilton winning the Open Championship at Troon using his hybrid from everywhere. Great success that week. Now Watson down the hill, looking for it to turn, and that's a misread. Great pace, but 3 feet off to the right. Tester for his part.
Now suddenly, in the reckoning, it's Tom Gandy from the Isle of Man. This for eagle to be at the top of the leaderboard. Well, echoes of what Adam Chapman did on 15. Just went left at the end.
Yeah, Gandy, good player. That was a hell of a chance there to get with the leaders.
I do like the fact that these par 5s can offer up some eagle opportunities. We can see some big swings on the leaderboard potentially.
Yeah, definitely, Scott. Now Watson, to save his par, finally gets his par. Struggled over the last 2 holes, but stopped the rot.
Plum has birdied the 13th on each of the first 2 days. This for the hat-trick and the lead.
Well, that was well deserved. Playing some great golf.
Where Marco's ball has gathered here, it's actually left him quite a nice, relatively straight uphill putt. It's sort of putting up a little valley. He's got about 30 feet. It is all uphill. Wind coming off the right, but just a hair of break from the left. I'm picking this one a cup and a half left.
Well, let's take a look, Kit. See if you got it right. Now Penge trailing by 1. Not anymore. Absolutely slams that one in. Great putt. And he knows it.
With 3 holes to play, Gandhi could supplant Chapman as the clubhouse leader. But 2 clear are joint leaders, Penge and Plum, the latter enjoying by far his best event on the EuroPro Tour this season. Plum has worked as a site manager for a large construction company. He's done volunteer work in Namibia, and now he's living what he calls his pro golf dream. Favourite player, Tiger Woods, like so many, turned pro last year, and now at the age of 26, looking to break through.
I got given the opportunity by my girlfriend's dad. He sort of approached me and said, look, you can obviously play. I will do what I can to give you the opportunity. It's up to you now to go do it. So I've spent a year playing amateur golf, like elite level. I had a few good finishes, and then thought, you know, rather than sort of batting it around as an amateur again for the next year and wondering, should I turn pro? I just thought, jump in, do it. It's a different game. You need to start learning how to play professional golf rather than amateur golf. There's, like, when money's involved, although you try not to think about it, it's going to be there. So you obviously do think about it. Yeah. So yeah, it was a little bit of an up and down. Like, yeah, I want to play. Oh, actually, security of cash, and then you know what? I miss it that much. I want to get back going on it again.
So this is your first full year as a pro. How are you finding it?
I'd say it's tougher than I expected, which isn't me trying to say, like, I thought I was just going to waltz it on, because by no means was I going to do that. But I didn't realise when I got out there, I played Minotaur for the sort of winter, early start of the season. And the standard is just that good. Sort of guys winning 3-round events at 19 under, 18 under and so on. And you're shooting under par for your tournament and not getting a sniff near it. And when obviously coming out here for the summer season in the UK, same again. And you think, okay, proper golf, if you're going to compete, you can't just finish on 300 par and sort of try and cozy in. 300 par's not going to get you anything. You got to get one more, then you got to get another one. Like the first year, you sort of get your feet stuck into it and see where it takes you. See whether or not you can compete and whether you enjoy the lifestyle, because it's a lifestyle at the end of the day.
Can Plum become the Prem Group Irish Masters champion? The story continues in just a moment. Spectacular, I'm sure you'll agree. Telfaris Hotel and Golf in County Wicklow is quite a place, and it's playing host to quite a tournament, the Prem Group Irish Masters, where Alistair Plum and Marco Penge, both seeking their first win on the EuroPro Tour, lead by 2 from Adam Chapman and Tom Gandhi. Penge's next examination is the 12th, a hole that ticks all the boxes for John Morgan.
Well, it does, Phil. It plays uphill into the wind today here at 12, 405 yards, playing well over its par, and there's only been 19 birdies. Now, you can hit 3-wood, come up shy of this real tight fairway. If you hit driver, you bring all the trouble into play, really bottlenecks out as well. And if you hit that 3-wood, you're coming in with a long iron. Now, a kidney-shaped green, pin back left today. I mean, par's your friend on this hole all day long, unless your name is Plum, which he had a birdie. Beautiful hole.
Well, Penge is there somewhere. There's his ball. Up and over. Threading through. Steady now. Good for distance. Just finding the right rough.
And that's what I was saying, Scott. I mean, you know, you play short of the, the trouble, course management skills. You're coming in with such a long iron.
Yeah, and blind as well.
And talking of trouble, Plum has found it on 14 off the tee, having to just chip back onto the fairway, no other option.
Yeah, taking his medicine there. high tariff if you go for anything else. Getting it back in play, trying up and down it with a wedge. You can see that one. Well, he almost got a bit lucky with that one. It came out a bit high on him. Sure, he was trying to hit that a bit lower.
Yeah, well, Watson into 13 here. Tall high-rise iron shot for his second to the par 5, and he's done a good job.
Remarkably, Penge had 236 yards just to the front of the green here for his second shot. He's hit 3-wood, and he's done really well actually to just get it pin high and around the green. Now gives himself a great opportunity to escape here with par. What faces him for his third is a pretty straightforward chip shot. He's got lots of green to work with, just slightly above where we are now, the putting surface, but there's not a lot of break in it. A touch from left to right. I would back him to get up and down from here.
Well, his confidence should be buoyed by the recent birdies, but when you are joint leader of a tournament, nothing is straightforward. Looks to have played that nicely, and it is quick, as we know. Just hanging on to the left side. Another little tester, though, for his par.
Yeah, that false front on this hole, Scotty, really causing havoc for Watson. Was on the green, it's just rolled off the front. Now it's an eagle effort up the hill, slow one to start with. Oh, and he's raced it past.
A little bit bemused there. Was expecting something different. Now Plum, we saw him wedge back into the fairway. It's now his third shot on 14. Another swing with beautiful rhythm. Oh, miscalculation there.
I tell you what, Scott, we're seeing that replay, but that little hop into the bunker, I just wonder if it's plugged.
Yeah, certainly looked like it may have. That will be extremely tricky. Now Gandy. Long putt here, giving that a good old wrap. Well, I had a sniff on the way past. Fantastic putt there.
Yeah, he was clicking the fingers to put the brakes on. Now, this looks like the ball is just sat down a little bit. He's on the upslope, shouldn't be a problem getting it out, but getting spin is another thing. And there it is, it releases. Here's your replay, Scott.
Yeah, you can see the technique was good, committed to it. Club face couldn't go through because of the face of that bunker. Got the height on it, but then, like you said, John, just got the release. Now Penge. Another important par putt here. Yeah, good stroke. Very good.
In the final analysis, that could be absolutely crucial.
Definitely feel momentum absolutely massive in his favour after that putt. And Watson for birdie after two beautiful shots to the front of the green. And rightly so, converts two putts from there, and that is a birdie.
Yeah, job well done. Now Plum, this for bogey. He's played beautifully today. Really can't afford to drop two. Yeah, great stroke, well done.
That's great mental strength there, Scott.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plum's error leaves Penge alone at the top, but maybe only temporarily, because the 15th offers Plum a golden opportunity to bounce back. In the first two rounds on this gettable par 5, he's made eagle, then birdie.
Yeah, it's a hole he enjoys, obviously. And he'll be buoyed by that putt on the last, even though it was for bogey. And Kit is on 13.
Just 164 yards for Marco Penge's second shot here, and this is a par 5, so very definite eagle opportunities here. It's of a slight downslope and with a helping wind as well. Every chance there could be some sort of wedge in his hands to take this one on. That pin is cut in a nice place. Just behind it, there's a little tier that will act as a backstop.
Well, there is a backstop, but there's also a false front, and the pin is just 3 above that false front, so although it's a short iron or a wedge, it's clubbing so important. Get up, there's a false front there, he's just above it.
Oh, hanging on by the skin of its teeth. Now Plum in trouble. Off the tee, up against the face of the bunker. Most lofted club out of the bag there, just getting it further up there. And unfortunately, going in the rough. Looks like to be lying quite nicely, but there's going to be 3 shots from there. Playing downwind as well. Really gettable today.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed to have found that bunker off the tee, that's for sure. Now Watson. Longish range birdie attempt on 14. Looking for that to move from right to left, and it's just stayed out there. The simplest of pars. This man's looking for birdies on this closing stretch.
Now with Penge looking almost certainly as though he's going to make at least a birdie on 13. Plum needs to make one here.
He does. Phil out the right rough, needs to deliver a good shot. Let Penge see how good he's playing, and that is absolutely perfect. What a shot under the pressure. Liking the style of this young man, I gotta say.
Yeah, that was world class there. Coming out the rough. Now Penge. Eagle attempt up the hill. This will be a bolt. Well, it was on line by the look of it. Just a fraction shy. But again, another birdie on the card. He's moving that number higher and higher. And he's in a good bit of form now over these last few holes. Looking very, very solid.
Yeah, starting to overpower this back nine with his length off the tee. Now Plum, what a birdie this would be. Out of position off the tee. Only able to get it out of there. Great third to here, and converts. I tell you what, old head on young shoulders, this boy. Really impressed.
Penge remains 1 to the good from Plum, the gap widening to the rest. Budkit, how has the leader fared off the 14th tee?
Penge has 125 yards, but he's not really going to like what he sees when he gets here. The ball is sitting down, not lying particularly well, and that does not lend itself to the type of shot he's going to have to play. These overhanging branches of this tree just in front of him mean it's a punch shot all day long. He's going to have to work it a little bit left to right to get it chasing up. That pin is perched up there right on a little tabletop of a tier. Anywhere on the green from here is a really good recovery shot.
Well, let's take a look at this 14th hole. Just over 400 yards, dogleg right, bunker off the tee at 220. Not in play for these boys. Taking it across the corner. Hopefully just leaving themselves some kind of wedge up into this green. And as Kit said, there's a little tabletop off on the back right where that pin is. Steep slope to the left of it and short of it. So yardage into this green is key. But for Penge here out of position, he's got to avoid this tree. Chase one up there. Looks to be going left. Well, he's done pretty well there, John.
Yeah, that's not a bad result at all. Playing chipping uphill as well, which is always nice.
Now, the last time we saw Lawrence Allen on a par 3, it was the 11th, and he knocked it stiff.
He did. Now, what a hole this is. 16, beautiful par 3. That's another green finder for Allen. McGandy looks like to be down the left-hand side of 18. Big shot this. Over water. Green slopes back towards you as well. And that one's short. It looks like it's just carried the water. That's going to be a tough up and down from there.
Plum now 16. Also hit a remarkably good tee shot on the last par 3. This one a lot longer though. Can he find something here? What a shot. Come on. Feeding in off that slope. Tremendous shot. Another birdie chance for the young man.
Yeah, what I've seen of him so far is so impressive. Now Watson. Looked like it was pretty down there, deep on the right-hand side in the rough. Gouged it out, and what a shot from there. Beautiful shot, very brave, going left of the pin and holding on.
Now, at this level, this up and down shouldn't be too complicated, but when you're in front, Everything takes on more difficulty, and that's not his best.
No, just in the fluffy rough there. Would have preferred it on the tight fringe to get the contact for sure. Up ahead at 16, Allen. Long range birdie attempt, sweeping right to left. He's not got that high enough. A little bit of work there now. 3 to 4 feet for his par. Pretty tricky par 3 today, that one.
Yeah, it is. Now, Watson for eagle to jump to double digits, 10 under par. Good stroke. Oh, hasn't hit it. Oh, he's going to be kicking himself.
Yeah, that is one of the most frustrating feelings, isn't it, John? Short range eagle attempt and not getting it to the hole.
Yeah, massive chance missed. Now, Plum, man on form, playing some great golf, trails by 1. This to tie the lead for birdie. It's another good stroke. Has it got the legs? Oh, just drifts to the left-hand side. An ounce more pace that would have held its line, Scott.
Certainly would. I think he thought it was going to drop anyway. It was hanging on to that left edge. That would have been a huge putt to make. A valiant effort. 2 more chances left for this young man to post a clubhouse number.
Yes, and that's what Tom Gandy is trying to do. If he finishes 9 under, he will equal that total of Adam Chapman.
Again, he pitches it in the up, so kills it nicely, and that's going to leave him 6-7 feet to save his par here. It just shows you the tops and turns around this 18th green. Not easy to get close to this back right pin today.
Certainly not. Now Allen, we saw his birdie putt break away to here. Well done. Not the most positive of putts into the hole, but it's dropped.
If you like a sting in the tail, this 18th is for you. The toughest hole on the course. Can Gandy make par?
Little left to right to down the hill. And just a little bit tentative perhaps. Unfortunate drop shot at the last, but he won't be the only one. Very, very solid round of 68 today, 4 under par.
Yeah, looks like a lot of people making their score on the front 9 and holding on for dear life on the back. Now Penge to keep his lead. Gone for straight and firm. Oh, and it grabs the left edge.
3 times now he's made stoic pars when a bogey could easily have been recorded. We can't quite write off the chances of Nick Watson just yet. That would be premature. Plum's hoping to ratchet up the pressure, but having begun poorly, Penge looks to have regained focus. Having been so close to breaking through at Dudsbury, will he draw on that painful experience and triumph at Tulfaris? This is delightful Tulfaris Hotel and Golf and the closing stages of the Prem Group Irish Masters. Before that, we shone a light into the mad, mad world of John Morgan.
Well, hey everyone. Now, I've got a bone to pick with you boys and girls at home. You know, on a nice level, you know, people have been phoning in, writing in, you know, social boards, just saying to themselves, you know, John, you don't hit that one take wonder. But I do, honestly, I really do. I just want to prove all you doubters out there that, you know, every time I step up to a nice little shot, you know, I hit the right shot every time. I don't know why, just call me one take Morgan, you know, it's just unbelievable. Honestly, trust me. Hey, I told you.
They said, follow that. but I can't. Only just say that Marco Penge leads the Prem Group Irish Masters by 1 from Alistair Plum, who's arrived on the 17th. John, it's time for a proper hole guide. See if we can spot the difference.
Well, it's 2 holes left to play, boys and girls, and it's 366 yards this 17th. It's a beautiful hole, dogleg right to left as well. I've gone for the 4-iron off the tee, and it's put me in plumb position down the right half. Leaves me no more than 125, 130 yards in. Bit of breeze into, not a green you want to be missing. Pretty slick at the front, back down to the water. Just put a good swing on it. Come on, Johnny. Be the number, dance. Slightly over the bunker, pin eye left. 6, 7, 8 first, slick downhill. That's what you want.
John said there that he was in Plum position. That's the position that Plum wants to be in.
He does indeed. This is his chance for birdie. 18, not really giving up anything today. A tough par 4, but this one, most definitely a chance. If you can get your tee shot in there like he has.
Yeah, that's a beautiful tee shot, Scott. Find the middle of that fairway. Now Penge to unleash on 15, out with driver, taking it down the left, trying to cut a little bit of this corner off. He can reduce this to next to nothing if he gets one going.
Yeah, this is a key hole, I think, John. Now, look at that. He needs to make 4 and give himself a good chance of 3, and he can pull away from this field.
Yeah, he can now. Watson here at 16, drawing it in. Oh, it's a beauty. That must have looked gorgeous in the air.
Perfect drive for Marco Penge into the right-hand side of the fairway to really open up the angle at that left-hand pin. It's 177 yards, wind helping, so again, nothing more than a mid to short iron. The greens are soft as well. This one pitched from back to front. He can carry it all the way there and stop this one dead.
Just like his tee shot, stopped dead, and it carried 350 yards, Scott. Unbelievable drive.
Yeah, monster drive with the wind. And this could be, well, could be 9-iron here. Get up there. Oh, a little bit shy. Perhaps just trying to take a little bit off it. He's on the surface, but a long way away. Now Plum, key shot here. Looking to drive one in. Keep it out of the wind. And I think he's just shoved it safely into the middle of the green, but that's going to be a long range putt there. Not what he was looking for at all from that distance.
Birdie is essential for Nick Watson to keep alive his title dream.
Yeah, off the right-hand side here, should move about now. Here it comes, and yeah, bit firmer. That had a chance.
Yeah, if you're going to win tournaments, though, your putts have got to get to the hole. They've got to have a chance to drop. It's a solid par, nonetheless.
Locals looking on, enjoying this. Well, the weather forecast really blustery out there, causing havoc for the players. Now eagle putt to extend his lead to 3, Phil. My goodness. It's an outside chance. Oh, I'm going to tell you what, there's a lot more needs to be done there.
Well, he's holed some testers for par already, 3 of them. He needs a tester for a birdie.
Yeah, stood in the fairway there with perhaps a 9-iron. He wouldn't be expecting that range for birdie. Now Plum. Looking good. Come on then. Oh, it's a very good putt from that range. Just left himself too much to do to expect to hold those.
Now Mitch Waite has had a day to forget, but this will ease the pain a little bit. Eagle putt across the green, breaking off the left and down. Come on, Mitch. That was a good effort.
Next week he's playing in the first stage of European Tour qualifying school at the Players Club in his home city of Bristol, so we wish him well there.
Hear, hear.
Indeed, it'll be a course that he knows well, as we see Plum confidently clean up for par. Just one hole left to give himself a chance. It's been a good day. Just needs to finish it off now if he can. Huge putt for Penge now, John.
It is. Right edger this one for Penge, for birdie. Good stroke. Gets it. I mean, if he'd have missed that, that'd have felt like a drop shot.
Not since he was standing on the 6th tee has Penge led by 2. Now, though, that cushion is back as he tackles the closing par 3 at Tulfaris. And what a beauty it is.
It's an absolute cracker. Phil, cream rises to the top here at 16. This is what you call a gutsy hole. Anything left is water bound. You'll be aiming at the right edge of the green. Wind is off the left as well. Trying to draw it in. Penge use his natural shape and stays out there.
Another green found. Another green in regulation. Our first look at Sean Towndrow, recent winner on the tour. Having another solid week.
Yes, he's 8th on the race to Desert Springs at the moment, so even though he's not in the title picture, every shot counts.
It does count. Points mean prizes, and the ultimate goal is that top 5 heading to Desert Springs. Now, massive tee shot for Plum. And it's a daunting one. Real tight fairway up there up the left. Is it going to scrape on the fairway? Stay? It does. That makes all the difference for your second.
Penge has 35 feet for birdie here on the 16th green. It's up over a little shoulder here, uphill initially, then it levels out, even a touch downhill around the green. He's going to have to throw it a fair bit right, but this late in a tournament, this is a real test of his touch on the putting surfaces.
Well, you know, he's been so solid, this back 9 with his putter. He's been absolutely tremendous. I'm sure his confidence is high. That one has just snuck a little left on him. Reasonably good pace. It is a tester though at this late stage.
Yeah, good read from Kit. Now Watson at 17. Great second shot into here, and always right.
A lot of swing on that putt. He had the pace on it, just needed a bit more borrow. A golden opportunity gone now. Penge, come on, you've been so solid this back 9, I was saying. Now that's another one. Great stroke.
He's known as a big hitter, but for me, the glue that's held this title challenge together has been so many really good par putts.
Yeah, it has. Clutch putting, Phil, has been on song. Now Towndrow, great story, great putt, playing some lovely golf. Really nice to see him out here doing his thing, having a great season, and it's not over yet. Now, what a second shot this is. Trailing by 2. Over the water we go. Clean, crisp strike of an iron needed here with a back right pin. And what a gutsy shot, taking dead aim under the cosh.
Yeah, like you said, John, been really impressed with him today. Now Allen, almost from the same spot. Can he follow him? The wind just died a little bit at this stage, which is good for these guys trying to take on this pin. And look at that. Fantastic shot. We said this 18th wasn't really giving up any birdies, but it may well do to those shots.
The 17th is the shortest par 4 on the course, but give it respect.
Well, that one looks to be drifting right. And that is potentially in a world of pain. That's a horrendous tee shot there.
Well, let's see it here, Scott. Is he going to lean into this? Gets way ahead of it. Everything is open, and that is so far right. In a lot of trouble now.
Watson at 18. Birdie to get into double digits. Tough tee shot, as John said. He's drilled that one low up the left side.
Trouble for Marco Penge here on the 17th. His ball is lying horribly. I don't think he's going to be able to get club to it. This has got an unplayable lie written all over it. If he does do that, he's got 2 club lengths. That should just about get him out into the shorter grass. But even then, not a simple shot. He would take 5 and run right now.
When he surrendered a winning position at Dudsbury, it was a triple bogey 6 on the 15th. Hope he doesn't make a big number here.
No, it's he looks like he's just got room to get to the short grass with 2 clubs for a penalty drop. But he's just got to keep himself calm.
Ashley Weller just getting in on the show there. Chief referee.
Meanwhile, this up ahead at 18 then, John, could be a huge putt if this goes in.
You imagine it. I think we might see a fist pump. It was a great roll. I mean, what a back 9 he's had, Scott. I mean, he's endangered everything he's had a go at.
Yeah, he's been class today. Now here is Penge. He's taken the drop. So this is 3rd shot to this short 17th. Needs to find the surface here. Can't be taking more than 5. Oh. Well. We don't know where that's finished. It's looking like a short left bunker. You can see just trying to work that one in right to left with the wind, John.
Yeah, he was aiming well right, using his draw and the wind as well to boot, and well, come up short. Now, Alan, what a shot in here. Finished with a birdie, my friend. Oh, on the toughest hole on the golf course. My goodness, dominated it until the very end. 5 feet to go and just missing it on the right, but he's a good player. You've seen him at Camberwell Park, like you said, Phil.
And whether he wins or he doesn't, this has been a tremendous performance from Mr. Plum. Alistair, perhaps the day of his golfing life.
Well, it's not the last time we're going to see him with the, the standard of play that he's put in front of us. It's been well, 3 blips on the card, but he won't feel like that. It was a really impressive round of golf in these tough conditions.
This is huge now. 4th shot from the sand. Well, you can see from this angle, John, looks like he's got a good lie. Should be a straightforward shot. You'd expect him to get this within 3 feet, and he would expect it himself. Instead, he's given himself 10, 12 feet for bogey.
He is. Now Watson, obviously horrid lie down the left, opting to bail out down the left hand side, which you can do on 18. Leave yourself probably 60, 70, 80 yards coming in for your 3rd.
Back to Penge on 17. He's holed so many key putts. You can't keep going to the well.
Oh, this is hard. I mean, barely watched, really. He's had some close misses already. He needs this. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely humongous. Where would his head have been if that had missed?
Yeah, what an effort there. And he looks focused, doesn't he? He's trying to keep himself in check there. He's got a job to do. He's got 1 hole left. Now Watson, we saw the importance of hitting this 18th fairway. He had to lay up. This is his 3rd shot in. Back right pin. Yeah, decent effort there. Just 9 or 10 feet left for his par.
It boils down to this. Penge needs to par the 18th to capture the title, but that's far easier said than done.
Yeah, we know it's a tough tee shot, as John has described. Water all the way down the right, bunker up the left, wind into off the left, and he hasn't held back on that one at all, looking a bit anxious. Well, you can hear now, no problems there, and you can see the relief.
But, as John is about to explain, this hole is a brute.
Well, I've seen some good last holes. I think this is a great hole. 448 yards, so not the biggest par 4 in the world, but your eyes will pop out, it's a good one. You know, it bends round from left to right, soft little dog leg. All this water runs up the right-hand side as well. 2 big bunkers, left and right. Now, it's about 307 to reach the one on the right-hand side, and that's guarding yourself from going in the drink on the right. Now, teeing it low, going for a nice little low ball flight, keeping control over it. Nice little fade is Andy. Come on, Johnny. And there's my little fade. Come on, keep coming, keep coming. Grab the left edge of that fairway. I think it's just squeezed on. That'll do me. I'll tell you what, 2 yards off the fairway. Not an easy fairway to hit. Like I say, probably 17 yards wide. That's all it is. And the heat is on. Now, draw myself a flying lie. About 170 yards to go. Real tough green as well on kind of 3 different levels. Big plateau today. Pin probably middle about 3/4 of the way on. I've got the 8 iron out. I'm hoping the flyer is there. Miss this green, it can ping off sideways. But the one thing is, don't be short. Come on, Johnny. Well, there we go. That's come out sweet as a nut. It's straight at it. Go on, dance for me, baby. And there we have it. Seals the deal. Booyah.
It's par to win for Penge, and he has done the first bit just about. He'd have been anxious as it was in the air, but it's absolutely fine now. On the right-hand side, but a decent lie. The pin is tucked back right. I can't imagine he's going to go chasing it, especially with this breeze coming off left to right, as you can see, and back into him. All he's got to do here, aim for the centre of the green. If it stays straight, brilliant. If it feeds it into that pin, this is no time to be a hero. Knock it on the middle of the green, take your 2 putts and get your hands on that trophy.
Well, that's what Penge will be looking to do. He's a little bit tight down the right. He's given himself the shortest shot in. But up ahead at the green, we've got Watson for a par to finish on 9 under total. Down the hill, just hung it out on the right lip, John.
He did, Scott, and it's been a topsy-turvy day at the office for Watson. What could have been? He's played some amazing golf. We're just going to see his card now. 2 under par, front 9, 1 over coming back, unfortunately. It's a 1 under round of golf, 71, 8 under total.
Looks like being tied 4th, leaving Adam Chapman alone in 3rd.
Now, what a shot here, though, Scott. Into the teeth of the wind, totally different to when I played it. This is like a 6-arm. Full blown, ball below the stance.
Yeah, this is tough. This is going to show his mettle, and that's exactly what he would have been looking for. That is a class shot under the circumstances. You can see there, ball below his feet. Could have easily just squeezed it off to the right. He's just played it beautifully. Centre of the green.
There's Alistair Plum, watching, waiting, hoping. But are the demons of Dudsbury about to be exercised?
I think they are. He's overdue.
We hope so. He's putted so well this back 9, hasn't he, John? He'll be a worthy winner with either 1 or 2 putts here.
And that, you know, is got to have sealed the deal. He's closed his eyes there, a little flicker like it's finally happening, and here it is. You are a winner, Marco Penge. Gutsy performance, didn't get off to the best start. Big hug from his mate Sam Robshaw. What a back 9, seals the deal.
What a deserved winner. Consistency translated into success.
Marco, congratulations. You have won the Prem Group Irish Masters. How good does that sound?
I don't know, really, just a bit emotional at the minute. Yeah, I just can't believe it, to be honest. Had quite a tough road. 2 years ago, obviously, I had a tough time, and to come now and obviously win and do what I'm doing, it's just, yeah, it makes me quite emotional.
After the near misses this year, does it make it feel that much more special?
Yeah, like, I've been in this position so many times, obviously, this year, and coming down the stretch there, it's like, you know, all day I felt nervous, and I don't normally get nervous, and today, I don't know, just a grind, and I don't know, I don't know.
Standing on the 18th tee as well, knowing a par to win it, one of the toughest finishing holes on the tour. How much pleasure can you take in how brilliantly you played it?
Yeah, that second shot there, I was literally trying to hit it right there where I hit it 5 yards past it, 5 yards left, hit it in the big part of the green, and I hit the exact shot I wanted to hit, and obviously just had to roll it down there. But yeah, that last hole was a tough hole. It's got me going, to be honest.
And up into second in the race to Desert Springs now. How much energy does this give you for the final few events of the season?
Obviously, one of my best mates has beaten me, but now I'm going to try and hunt him down, and I'm sure I'll be talking to him this evening and saying to him I'm coming for him.
Great. Awesome stuff, Marco.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
Cheers, mate.
Mate, that's so good. So happy for you, mate.
Plum, Chapman and Gandhi can each draw real positives from the week. It's been a disappointing day for Sean Towndrow, but not for Penge. After repeatedly contending, finally, he's a PGA EuroPro Tour champion. Yes, Penge proudly lifts the PREM Group Irish Masters Trophy, collects a first prize of £10,000 and vaults from 9th to 2nd in the updated Race to Desert Springs, headed only by Richard Mansell, who remains top dog. Todd Clements, Alfie Plant and Andrew Wilson stay inside the promotion zone, but Bradley Moore drops out. Next time it's the PDC Championship at Studley Wood, but for now from Tulfaris, where Marco was on the mark, it's goodbye.